Hi guys, I thought I'd make a very quick video about some lifestyle changes that I'm making at the moment. It's not to lose weight, it's kind of to lose excess fat on my body, which I don't like. So what I've been doing is, like, I have been watching like my calories and stuff and what I've been eating, but I've also been changing and looking for alternative options of things I can eat instead. So normally, the thing is, because I'm a proper like meat eater, like I'm sure that I won't be able to pull this off much longer, but I've been really healthy in what I've been trying to do. So first thing I've been doing is, like, I've got a treadmill at home, so I've been running on the treadmill like 10 minutes every day, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is for someone that doesn't do any exercise. And what I also do is use these bad boys, because most of the weight deposits sit on my flabby arms and that's where they go. And when I made that video about hair volume, that is what stopped me making a video after that, because I realised how big my arms actually look, and they look worse on the camera than they do in real life. But my arms are always a problem. Like, my face is not that big, but it is slightly like rounded, but also my arms are just massive and they're really out of proportion to the rest of my body. So I decided it was time to do something about it. Like, I've got fairly chunky legs and fairly big bottom area. Stomach area's not too bad, but my arms were definitely the area that I wanted to improve on the most. So I know that you can't just lose fat from one place on your body, but every time I seem to put on weight, it seems to go to my arms first and my face and stuff. So I wanted to change some things in my life just to help me along a little bit. So the first thing I've cut out is like any sort of white stuff. So white bread, white pasta, I don't generally eat. If I go to Nando's, I'll have the grilled chicken with a salad. I won't have the chips anymore. And these are all things, you know, they're working all right. I'm doing them. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just going ahead with it. The other thing I discovered the other day, which I'm absolutely loving, is this. This is like soya milk, and it is just incredible. And it's slightly sweetened, because what I've been doing is like having soya milk with my tea, because I drink so much tea in the day. And I used to find that having tea without sugar tastes like cardboard, and I used to have about 3 sugars in every cup of tea that I had. So the amount of sugar I must have had every day is going to amount to like diabetes type Trisha. And I decided that there was something I had to do about it. So I've discovered this soya milk, which I never had before, and I can't believe I hadn't had it before because it's so good. So what I've done is started using that in my tea, and then I don't need the sugar. It's not, obviously it doesn't taste the same as normal milk, but I actually really like the taste of it, and it gets rid of that horrible cardboardy taste that I get when I don't have sugar in normal milk. So actually really loving the soya milk, because I can have it with my cereal and stuff like that. I've been eating loads more cereal, loads more fruit. Normally, if I was hungry, I'd have a sandwich. So I'd make myself a cheese and ham sandwich, or cheese sandwich and cheese and cucumber sandwich, and I'd already have cheese somewhere, or I'd eat cheese by itself. I've stopped doing that. Don't have cheese unless it's with a meal or in something like a pasta. But I've changed to like brown pasta and then like some pesto, rather than like white pasta, cheese, and then loads of unhealthy stuff to go with it. I've been doing this for probably like a month or so. I wouldn't say I am really strict with it, because if I'm going out with friends, then I will eat what I want to eat, as long as it's the next day I have a really good day. My friend was doing this 5-2 diet. She was doing this diet where she basically ate normally for 5 days, and obviously when I say eat normally, like watching what you're eating still, so eating your 2,000 calories. For 2 days she was then fasting, so she would only be allowed to have up to 500 calories for those 2 days. She's been doing it since January, and she's lost like 3 stone, which is incredible, and she's not done any exercise, but you can see the weight's just like fallen off her. And so I decided that I was going to do something not really that similar, because I've just basically cut down my calories every single day, but I'm just changing things so I can eat things I want. I'm just looking for alternatives. So the other day I was looking for like chili con carne, and then I found like the Linda McCartney version for a whole tub of chili con carne and rice was like 300 calories, and I was like, that's incredible, because normally it would have come to like 700 calories once you put all the meat in, white rice and all this kind of stuff. It would have been really healthy, but this was like soya and corn and stuff like that, and actually it didn't taste that horrible. I'm not planning on doing this for the rest of my life, but I am gonna start making these subtle changes and having like brown bread with like egg in the morning, rather than just skipping breakfast and then being extra hungry. I've been eating a lot of salmon and stuff as well, because I really like fish. So I've been eating a lot more salmon and fish and stuff like that. For lunches, instead of having a baguette and crisps and a donut, I would have like a thingy of sushi, because it would fill me up, or I'd have some couscous with some mint and chopped chopped stuff, or I would have a wrap that I would make myself and I would just put some vegetables and stuff in it. I've been eating like cottage cheese instead of normal cheese. I don't really like the taste of it, but I've been getting it anyway. I've also been snacking on like fruit and nuts and stuff instead. I know it sounds really extreme, because if you know me, you know that I like to eat lots of crap, and I can't get away from eating crap. So I have changed things, I would say, quite extremely, but I'm noticing slowly in a month already that my body fat, I think, has reduced already. But it's my arms that I'm really working on, and that will really tell me, because that's where my fat tends to deposit, is around my arm area. My legs I'm not too worried about. My arse, actually I quite love having a rounded arse, but my arms are the area which I don't seem to exercise that much. So I've been doing like the occasional press ups. I've been getting my dumbbells out and trying to do little workouts with that, which are like, you know, a few minutes here and there every day. But I'm going to try and do the treadmill thing, because that really worked. When I did this a while ago, in 6 weeks, my body was like totally transformed. So I'm not doing it as extremely as I was last time. Last time I basically just ate boiled vegetables and like cereals, and that's basically it. But I'm not doing it as extreme. Like, I'm still eating things, I'm just finding alternatives instead. So like I said, I'll still go to Nando's, I'll still get my quarter chicken, but I'll have a Caesar salad with it instead of having like chips, and I'll get some beans or something with it. So I wouldn't say I'm doing it extremely, because I know it's not good to do it that way. And if you do it extreme, you end up finishing your diet and completely going the opposite way to like how you started, and then you start eating like burgers and stuff. I haven't been to McDonald's, I haven't had any burgers, I haven't had pizza, I haven't had like white pasta, haven't had anything that I shouldn't be having. And if I think about a meal, then I'll always think about like the healthy alternative. So instead of snacking on like a packet of crisps, I'll have like a little flatbread and I'll put some pate on it and I'll just munch on that, even though it doesn't taste that great. But I'm thinking, you know what, I'm doing this for my own good, so let's hope. And also I'm hoping it's going to help my skin a little bit, because my skin's not been great recently. I mean, I did just finish my period, and always my skin looks bad after my period, but I'm just going to try and do some of these things and see if I can change just generally the way that I'm doing things. If you guys have any tips on like losing arm fat, because I've been doing these tricep curl things like with my dumbbells, and I don't really know how much that's doing, but I'm trying, and we'll just see what happens. So I'm going to keep going with it, and my arms are, you know, they're like getting a little bit smaller, but the real difference we're looking for is for me to do another hair tutorial, for me to put my arms up like that, and for them to not look like I've got two fat ladies hanging off my arms, because that's kind of what it looked like to me. And I was almost not going to put that video up when I did my hair volume thing, because my arms just looked horrible and I didn't like it. But I thought, you know what, that's my motivation for doing this, and that's honestly the reason I hadn't put up a video for absolutely ages. So I will see you guys very soon. I will do an update on how things are going, because I'm planning on doing this for at least another month or so. Like I said, on the weighing scales, I'm about 48 kg or something like that, about 7.5 stone roughly, which again doesn't sound like a lot. So I'm not planning on losing weight. Like, I'm quite happy for it to turn into muscle. I'm just trying to get rid of like the excess fat in my body. So if you have any tips, please let me know for like snacks and stuff I can eat instead, because I still feel myself getting quite hungry. And like I said, I can eat like a whole pannet of like grapes in one go instead of having a packet of 10 biscuits, which I used to do. I'm just thinking about what I'm eating now. If you can help me out or do this with me, that would be great. And I will see you guys in the next video.